Hey everybody, just want to take a quick second before we started here to say thank you for everything that everyone's been said, all the nice comments, all the support we received on the last few videos. And then what started as just a scheduling mix-up that we decided to do a little react video for fun has actually turned into something that we've really liked filming and that you've really liked watching. So we're going to try to do more of it. So we've got another one here for you today with the same two people, and we're going to try to switch up the cast, so to speak, going forward. But everyone just want to say thank you for all the support, and we hope we'll be getting more from you guys in the future. We're certainly going to try our best. So without further ado, please enjoy.
Done?
Stopping immediately. I don't like that subtitle. Because I had to look at it for a second, and I don't like the implication of what's all over this gentleman.
Oh my god.
It's like,
it's not a, it's that it doesn't surprise me.
no, I've seen it. It's just I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's the one thing I don't like. I talked about it last time. I don't like it. I don't like looking about it. I don't like thinking about it.
Now, how do we get him downstairs? I mean, we're gonna have to carry him. I just really don't want to get poop all over me. Does this happen often? Do people often get
He's
so
the new
blacked
guy.
out plastered that they blow chunks everywhere and then cover themselves in their own feces?
Oh, every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fucking guy on the floor.
All right, man. You ready to go?
I'm a poo-poo burrito.
You sure are, buddy.
Yes, you are. Hey, man, what's going on?
Dude, I hate bodily waste. It gets me. I can do it if I got to do it. If I lock in, I just hate doing it. That would be so tough for me. I'd be begging. I'd be like, please let me not carry his head. Please, I'll carry.
Please,
I'll
anybody
carry
else.
The feet. I'll carry the feet. And we'll do him head first down the stairs, and then we'll figure it out when we get there. Or at least wipe his face down or something with a fucking towelette.
I have not had anybody covered like that before, but I have had patients that are just like not in the right mental space or for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And you know, they soil themselves and then they just stick their hands all up in it because they're like, what is this? Like they feel something uncomfortable with, like their brain can't process that's what it is.
Yeah, I've
it's all over them, the bed.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I have at the nursing home. Like I've been there 7 years, almost 8 years, and I have had residents have like issues like in the lobby where it's like okay, time to lock in, time to be a big boy and be like, okay, we got to get that situated, and now I got to start paging people. Can I get like 2 people to help them? I'm trying to help them. I'm going to need housekeeping. Like, they were on a chair. I'm going to need housekeeping to handle this chair. I cannot handle this chair. Please take it out of my lobby. I'm sitting in the corner with my face in a box of chem wipes so that I don't have to smell it because I'm like, I can't do it.
God.
Like, once it's all said and done and I'm sitting in the lobby, I'm rubbing my temples and I'm just like, it's 8 o'clock on my 12-hour shift. I've been here for an hour. And I got 11 more. Please let it be a simple field trip. With the frizz? No way.
No way.
What's going on is this dude is refusing to go to the hospital. That's because I don't need you to take me down to the hospital.
I just realized the thing sticking out of his head.
I desperately hope that this is filmed like the day this call was Halloween, and he got in like a car crash wearing a Halloween costume, because I don't want to. I wouldn't even know how the dude's articulating if he's got a machete in his head.
Oh my god.
I mean, the human brain's a powerful thing, but that's nuts. I just like never seen that.
The way he was like, "Oh, this guy's refusing to go to the hospital." And he seems fine at first. So I'm just like,
then you look up.
I mean, if he's refusing, let him refuse. What the heck?
Yeah, there's a form
and then
for
all
that.
of a sudden, the guy was talking, and I went, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah. I think ambulances carry refusal forms. I don't know what they're called. I think they're just called refusal forms. But so long as you can sign one. I mean, I'm sure if he was like mentally impacted, they probably wouldn't let him legally sign one. But if he's cognizant, I guess it's
hard
fine.
to say if he's mentally cognizant.
Yeah, with a machete in your head. Yeah,
a machete.
I don't know. I don't know. Believe it or not a brain surgeon. I could not tell you if machete in head is a good or bad thing for your awareness. So let's find out.
Metal object sticking out of your dome?
No, it's a real metal object.
Come on, man. Who hasn't had a hatchet lodged in their head at least once?
Show of hands.
Most people.
Me, I have not in my whole life.
Yeah, nope.
I've had a lot of things in me.
I haven't. I don't know anybody that has.
Fish hooks, pocket knives, pieces of fiberglass. I've had a lot that get stabbed in me, and then I take it out. Machete, not one of them. Can't say it's ever been one. In fact, I will go so far as to say I don't want it to be one. If I could go my whole life,
I can agree with that statement. Yep.
Me. You know what? Screw you guys. Come on, Sandy.
Oh, is there another person in the car? And he's gone?
You got a refusal form, right?
Yeah. Thank God. Okay.
All right.
Wait. What did it just say?
Refusal to use brain.
Yeah.
Refusal to use. That's fucking funny, dude. That's funny. That's a good one. He certainly wasn't.
Yep.
I don't know if I could at least give him a pass, right? Maybe through adrenaline and stress and shock, he just doesn't grasp how in trouble he is. Whoever Sandy is, what the
Sandy
is wrong
should be
with
fighting
them?
for him to go. Yeah.
You should be shoving him in that ambulance. You could see a machete
Literally.
in his head. Like I get.
Are we sure that there was another person though? Are we sure that Sandy was real? Because again, he does have a machete.
True, it might have just been that for the sake of the scene, he had someone drive the car away. In fact, I'm hoping that that's what it was. Because if I would go so far, that's almost, I mean, it's not illegal, but I would say morally negligent to be like, yeah, my friend / partner / girlfriend / whatever has a giant machete and they're bleeding out of their brain, and the ambulances are desperately trying to get me help, and I'm gonna drive him away from the ambulance because he says he's fine. The guy who's got a piece of metal in his brain says he's fine, so he's fine. Like generally, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, he's not.
If it were you, I wouldn't drive you away from the ambulance. I'd make you go to the hospital.
No. I really appreciate that because no way.
50 on board.
Okay.
So how long does it take for that stuff kicks in? It'll take a couple of minutes or so. But what's all over his face?
Oh, because we're trying to be better about this. We're trying to be better about this. So, you want to explain what D50 is?
D50 is basically just like sugar.
Yeah, it's just
like D50 stands for the D in D50 stands for dextrose, which is literally just like basically like a form of sugar.
It's one of the sugar chains, yeah, like glucose, and all those kind of stuffs.
In like the simplest terms, like
it is a hyper concentrated dose of sugar, effectively.
Yes, this guy is definitely a diabetic whose blood sugar is extremely low. He went comatose, and needed sugar immediately.
Could be diabetic, could be hypoglycemic. You know, it's like there's a lot of
for whatever
sugar
reason his blood sugar is like in the tank.
Yeah,
he needs sugar in his body immediately.
Yeah. And it's looking like, based on what's on his face,
his friend definitely tried to shove down his throat.
I'm taking $5. Says, given the color, cake icing or fondant, because he saw the back of the tube said like 100% sugar or confectionery sugar, and he just started rubbing. He probably just started rubbing confectionery sugar or fondant into this guy's gums, right? I'm willing to bet
My
that's
guess
what it
would
was.
either be Fun Dip powder or fruit roll-up.
Oh, dude, it could be Fun Dip powder because the color. Let's see.
Cake icing?
Cake icing, yeah, dude. Score one for the boys back home.
So I grabbed a couple tubes and started pumping them into his gums.
Oh my god!
And you want to know why he did that? Because he watched Paul Blart Mall Cop 15 years ago. Because there's a scene in Paul Blart Mall Cop where Paul Blart has hypoglycemia and he's like passing out, and he takes like a tube of Fun Dip or Pixie Sticks or whatever, and he like puts his finger in it and he rubs it on his gums. And for some reason, everyone remembers that scene. I remember that scene, and I was like, clearly, that's what you have to do when you have hypoglycemia. You rub sugar on your gums like a Coke addict, and you just rub it up in your teeth, which is not what you're supposed to do. Not at all.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that would actually work or not, but
I mean, technically, it's an absorbable membrane. Like theoretically, it would work, but probably not in the way you want it to, and not in a meaningful way.
Yeah, probably not.
Not compared to D50, where it's like designed to just you hit them and it's typically good. That's why ambulances have it.
And not to mention, I mean, it'll bring it up, but I don't think it'll do it in such a way that it takes your blood sugar from like 10 to like 210 in 30 seconds. Like,
because that's the important thing, right? Is you don't want to just like blasts your blood sugar up and down, up and down. Like, that's stressful on the body. Like, typically with D50, it's like we know most of the time, it's like I'm giving this much, he's probably about this much weight, his sugar is this low. Like, we can calculate out where it should bring your sugar to, and then you can bring it up slowly and in a very controlled manner. Shoving several tubes of cake icing, probably not as regulated or reliable.
No.
You also got to worry about choking, right? Like, if he aspirates it because he's laying down, he's unconscious. You really shouldn't put anything in anyone's mouth when they're unconscious, because they're still breathing. They could accidentally breathe it in, and now they're choking, which is a whole separate issue.
Yeah.
Are those mints?
I also filled his mouth full of mints.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that ever again.
Gonna staple on. Definitely don't use mint. You're definitely gonna choke on mints.
Yeah,
those don't dissolve.
He is so lucky his friend woke up and just spit those out and didn't.
Dude, because if he like
just inhale them and choke immediately.
Dude, that would have been so bad. Because those are you could hear him hit the ground. Those are the hard mints. Those are like, you're gonna have to Heimlich those out. And that dude has had a rough night already, and he doesn't need the broken rib because you couldn't get the mints out of his windpipe.
Sir, unfortunately, I definitely think that leg is broken. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Sir, unfortunately.
Oh, let's see if I can get it.
Definitely think
that's broken. Broken. And it is
technically
protruding.
They're not supposed to diagnose and say that, but I feel like that is so undeniably broken that it's not even diagnosing at that point.
That leg bone is at a 50-degree angle from his hip. That's broken.
Yeah.
I don't know which direction his knee is pointing, but it ain't pointing straight anymore because there's nothing connecting it but the tissue. That's a rough break too. And the bones in your legs are typically the strongest. Like, your femurs are the strongest bones in your body. Breaking them,
you have to do some damage.
Breaking them takes a lot of effort, and they hurt when they break. A lot of nerve endings. So this dude, the fact that this dude isn't screaming shows the fact that it's been broken a minute and he's gotten used to the pain and the adrenaline and the shock is numbing it, which isn't great. Or he's tough as box of rocks. Like, he's tough. I wish I could be as tough as this guy. I'd be biting my wallet. I'd be like, that's bad.
Oh my god.
And it's like, and obviously this is a reenactment. There's a lot of if that bone's coming out of the leg, which it almost certainly is, you've got a lot of blood. If it breaks in the wrong way, you have a lot of arteries in your upper thigh. You don't want one of those to get cut. Now you're bleeding out. There's a lot. That's dicey.
The leg is broken. Oh yeah? You think? How about you shut your mouth and make yourself useful? Give me something for the pain.
Reasonable response. That's a reasonable response.
Good. You know what? Let's just make sure we pack up the... Hey, man. Remember when I said that mean stuff?
Yep, there it is. There it is. It takes a second, but that's the second. Like, that's what you need.
Oh, dude, my god.
That's good, because that's the thing, right? Everyone sees, like, the military movies and stuff, and they're like, oh, you put it in, and then within, like, 2 seconds, you're good. It's fast. It's not that fast. It's not cinematically fast.
It's not completely instant, but it is, like, less than a minute.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. And then once it hits, it's like that. You're very reliable. Like, this is not over-the-counter ibuprofen. This is, you are relaxed for a minute, and because now... they both know they gotta move you, so you need to be not feeling that leg.
It was definitely like morphine. It was 100%. Something strong. It wasn't. Yeah,
he was. It
wasn't like IV Tylenol.
Oh,
like, no, not. That was some.
Yeah, if I'm, I can't say I've ever worked on an ambulance, but if I see a dude with a break like that and I open up my big red box of magical happy juice, it's the higher end from the start. I'm not going to try out IV ibuprofen, give it 10 minutes, see if he's feeling better. He's getting the good shit right away.
Yes. Yes,
just if anything, out of pity. Like, I empathize with the sheer amount of pain he's in, and I wouldn't even get mad when he snapped at him like that. I've had people snap at me like that. Dude, I get it. I'm not even upset. Like, if that makes you feel better, there's studies that say, like, lashing out and screaming and yelling when you're in pain can reduce your interpretation of pain temporarily. So I'm not gonna poo-poo him for that. I get it. But then it's like, once you see it kick in and he's like, hey man, sorry about that. It's like, there it is. That's why the power of modern medicine right there, you know?
Yup.
Yeah? I didn't mean it.
You see, he didn't mean it.
Oh. You're beautiful, man. Hey man, still got any pain in that leg? I have legs.
There it is. Yep.
I take that as a no.
Fire rescue. Please hurry. He's bleeding everywhere.
Oh God, that's not good. You never like that.
Oh my God.
There.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh. You're vomiting blood. Oh, yeah.
That's not
Not
good.
a huge deal, but...
No, it's not.
So, I mean, just off the top of my head, right? Vomiting blood, that could be swallowed a foreign object, and it caused lacerations or cuts in the stomach, and your body's trying to... Your body doesn't like having blood in your stomach, so it tries to vomit it. So you're vomiting it out.
Mm-hmm.
He could have fallen and bit his tongue, and then now he's bleeding out through his tongue, which is very bad because it's very hard for that to clot because it's a moist environment. I don't know why he's...
Ulcers?
It could be ulcers that ruptured, yeah.
It would be a very, very severe ulcer.
So, yeah, you would have had to ignore it for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's a skit, but wearing a shirt and a towel in the shower, I don't know if he just didn't want to have his shirt off, but I wonder if he's...
It's very possible.
Or what I'm thinking is he was bleeding so much that
it's coming out both ends.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? In which case, now you're talking about a GI bleed that like all the way through, right? Which is opens up your... If you're bleeding so much it's coming out of everywhere, you've been bleeding for a while, and that is typically the worst end of things that it could be. There's a lot of different things it could be. It could even be like, if you didn't know...
He's not doing well, that's for sure.
I mean, I've even seen, like, if you have late-stage cancers that you didn't catch, like, you could have third or fourth stage, like, stomach cancer, intestinal cancer, and then bleeding is a symptom of that. And there are people who discover that they have cancer just because all of a sudden they start bleeding. And it's like, and then they get scans and stuff, and they realize that they've had cancer for 2 years. Because a lot of people don't just get, like, people don't get routine colonoscopies until you're, like, for guys, you don't get them till you're 40. So if you're a young guy and you get an early on-stage cancer, like, you don't even know. It's very bad. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, unless you have, like...
A family history.
A family history of it, or, like, any of other things that give you, like, make you, like, high risk.
Yeah.
Like, there's no...
It's very...
You don't do that.
It's very difficult, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Why are your pants missing?
Yep.
That's why. We gotta go. Right now.
Yeah. Dude, I kind of wish he'd... I mean, obviously, he wouldn't have known in the moment. I wonder what it is. Like, morbidly speaking. Because that sneeze could have been circumstantial, or it could have been... Obviously, or it could be a symptom, right? So it's like... Are you thinking like
it's probably circumstantial?
I think it's circumstantial to punctuate the moment. But I was like, if it is, you know, that opens up a series of viruses and bacteria that could cause that, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, I might have to do some research later and see if he ever says what specifically happened to him. And now I'm looking at it.
I mean, maybe with that like series.
Yeah. I mean, I did. People in the comments did say that he has a "Where Are They Now" series. We might have to check that out because now I'm very curious, and I hope that guy is okay.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
That's
and
insane.
that is a very sharp pivot from that to a man who appears to be a
very
Martian. I think he's from the Red Planet because he is looking a little colorful.
Yeah.
Want somebody call for dizziness?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty dizzy.
That is a funny image because you can tell he painted himself. That's very funny.
I really hope he takes off the hat, and that's also
dizziness. I mean, it's obviously it's either dehydration from the sheer amount of sunburn or heat syncope from the sheer amount of sun exposure. Sun poisoning. All of these things are bad and are easily avoidable by using a $5 tube of sunblock available at every store that's ever existed. Please,
or just finding some shade. If you really can't get sunblock, go in the shade.
Yeah,
go indoors for like 5 minutes.
I don't care how pale you are. You say, "Oh, I burn in 5 minutes." No one burns this much in 5 minutes. He was in the sun.
No, you felt that and decided that you still didn't want to leave the sun. You knew that was happening.
Even still, it's like, oh, I fell asleep in the sun. Okay, well, you called the ambulance. You're still in the sun. You're not even inside.
Exactly.
So you clearly haven't put the two and two together that maybe the sun is what's causing the issue. And I have met people like this who are like, oh, the sun's natural. Nothing natural can hurt you. And I'm like,
what a bet.
Anthrax would like to take that up with you. Most poisons, poison ivy, naturally occurring cyanide, the venom of every snake, several things that are natural can hurt. I would argue go to Australia. Most things that are natural can hurt you. In fact, that's why I don't go there.
Literally just rocks and sticks. If you fall and scrape your knee on a rock, what do you know?
Yeah,
a natural
pain.
thing hurt
yeah,
you.
A lump of uranium. Keep that by your bedside. See how long you last. That's natural. Like, that's a pure argument. Am I watering down that argument? Yeah, sure. But I know what they mean when they say it. But the sun is not benevolent. The sun damages and hurts.
Yes.
Holy crispy ginger. Yeah, I'm from up north.
Yeah.
Forgot how
Santa's workshop, maybe.
Here. You think? Also, I don't remember the last time I peed.
That's okay. That's
how
dehydration.
Long have you been out here?
That's dehydration.
That depends. What time is it? I don't know. Like 4:30. 3 days.
What?
Okay. Let's get you and whatever's left of your kidneys.
Yeah,
down
that's
to the
sun point. That's bad.
3 days.
That's bad. 3 days, and you didn't call the ambulance for. You didn't call the ambulance for 3 days. There's no way he just.
I understand maybe the 1 day and just being like concerned, but you made it 3 days.
Dude, that's bad.
Also, why did he ask what time it was? He was like, I don't know, what time is it?
Well, because he's probably
3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, he's probably so delirious because if he's not peeing, and he's not sweating, because if you're not peeing, you're not sweating. You're out of liquid, so you haven't been drinking enough water. You've been sun poisoned and burned for
not watching anything
for 3 days. It's just you're gonna need emergency dialysis, and then a kidney test to make sure your kidneys are functional. If they're not, you better hope you're young enough that you can get on the transplant list. Otherwise, you're talking about dialysis 3 times a week for the rest of your life. Like, that's the sun is not benevolent. Do not do that. That's awful.
Oh my god.
911, somebody called for a fight? Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I can see that.
Is that that's like one of them solar deck lights, right? You put in your garden?
That's absolutely one of those solar deck lights.
Okay, well, first thing I'm thinking of, I mean, that is not the worst place to get stabbed. I'm not thinking of any major arteries it could have hit. Hurts like a mother, but he's probably not going to... And he left it in, so he's probably not bleeding out.
There is an artery in that area. It's just the odds that it hit it is probably
low.
not high.
My biggest thing is that a new light or an old light? Because if someone pulled that out of the ground, that probably infected. There's a lot of bacteria vibing out with all the bugs and shit in the ground. So he's gonna need probably broad spectrum antibiotics, for a while. And probably something for the pain, because you got stabbed by a 2-inch wide deck light.
It looks like that's like right in the crook of his elbow.
Yeah, like he probably tried to move his arm to block, and that's how it ended up there. I mean, he said there was a fight, so maybe someone tried to break into his house.
Is that a light in your arm? Yeah, the old lady and I got in a little argument.
Old lady!
Oh, this is a domestic violence incident. Okay. He needs to be not at this house right now. The police should be called. And he should be not at this house right now, and the police should be here, along with fire rescue. Because you clearly have, whatever the situation was before the fire rescue got there, you now have a combative person who is willing to stab somebody, and fire rescue is not supposed to be exposed to violence. They're not trained for violence. Like, that's not their thing. The cops are for that. Also, she should be arrested. She assault with a deadly weapon her husband with a deck light. That's not even a medical issue. I feel comfortable saying that regardless of medicine, she should be detained and investigated.
Yeah.
Home the wrong flowers.
The wrong flowers?
Oh, I got a solar-powered lawn light in my arm. I mean, I suppose it could be worse. Yeah, I mean, we could have broken up too, Hey, and speaking of, what are the chances I'll be able to make it back in time for dinner? Holy crap, we're going to be here a lot.
That's sad. That's sad. Because, I mean, if that's a one-to-one recreation, this guy's been getting abused for a while. And he's just like, oh, my wife's a bitch. And he's just being constantly exposed to domestic abuse. And he either doesn't realize it, or he's gotten so complacent and so used to the idea of being abused. And one of these days, she's going to hit something that's important, and he's not going to wake up again. And it's going to be...
That's awful.
A damn shame is what it's going to be. That's intolerable. If I'm that fire rescue person, I'm filling out like when I'm doing my report, I assume they do reports per case. I'm immediately sending that to the police as like even as a citizen of like, I think that there's a domestic violence incident happening at this thing. Can I get a welfare check or something? Because that's intolerable.
At the end of the day, unless the guy is saying like, no, I need help, I can't be here anymore, and seeks the help, like we can't, like he cannot be forced out of the house.
That's the thing. You can't make him leave, which it just sucks because there's so many guys like that. There's so many guys who they're like, oh, I'm a guy, you know, I can't hit back, it's not manly, she's just upset, she'll sleep it off, I'll give her chocolate. Like that, people are people. You shouldn't be abusing anybody. Certainly not because they brought home the wrong flowers. And you shouldn't be stabbing your wife
them
because
literally,
or stabbing your husband or stabbing your wife. You shouldn't be physically assaulting your spouse in any capacity, and it shouldn't be acceptable regardless. I'm all,
for any reason.
I mean, I'm all for, you know, gender equality, whatever. But I'm not. If my girlfriend attempts to stab me with a deck light, I'm leaving immediately. Like that's not love in my personal opinion. That is intolerable. I'm calling the police immediately. I don't care if people call me a pussy. I'm not, because one day she's gonna stab him when he's sleeping, and he's just not gonna wake up, or she's gonna get like he probably
she's gonna end up on Dateline Deadly Women.
Well, he's probably gonna listen. He's probably gonna survive this, right? Because that was not a lethal area. She's gonna go, oh well, he's tough. He act like a man, take it, and then she's gonna stab him in the leg next, and it's gonna hit the fucking your femoral, and he's gonna bleed out in a minute in front of her. And before the ambulance even gets there, and then she's going to go, oh, I have no idea, I bet, and then she's going to play the victim. Because she's probably like a narcissistic manipulator. Because she has probably convoluted an idea in her head that, like, it's always his fault. He brought the wrong flowers, so now I need to show him, like, I need to hurt him. And people like that are very hard to change, and you shouldn't be with them. Public service announcement from us.
Don't do that.
Don't attack your spouse.
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, hello, misters.
Public intoxication.
Let's go to the hospital.
Standard.
Why?
Because you're sloshed out of your skull again, and the last time I let you sign a refusal form, you drank more and started throwing your feces at passing motorists.
Always with the feces.
The good news is I don't have any feces on me this time.
You sure about that?
Yep.
Can I finish my drink before we go?
No.
Come on, Jimmy, let's...
Yeah. Saw that in college. When I was doing safety patrol in college, I was working for the on-campus police, who were part of the police of the town, the greater town, and I was part of the student branch, and I was supposed to walk around campus from like 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., and I would watch all the college kids get off the shuttle and watch them all try to stumble back to their dorm room, you know,
thinking that they were being so
thinking
slick.
that no one saw, and it's like, hey boss, I've got the two people who are like clearly 18, drunk out of their mind, who just left the bar, and I know what bar they went to because I know where that shuttle drops off. There's a bar up a block from where the shuttle goes, and it's like, I bet you that's where they were drinking underage, and they didn't know their limits, and now they're grabbing every bush, tree, and light post to try to crawl their way back to their dorm, and that's like, someone needs to go get them before they fall asleep in a gutter or hit their head or something. And it's just like, you see it every week, especially on college night. College night was Thursdays. You'd see it, and I'd be like, ugh. But hey, some people, I mean, it's a coping mechanism. Some people drink, and they drink too much. It's sad. It's a sad reality. I wish it was something easily fixable, but I think, medically speaking, I think alcohol addiction is the second worst addiction medically to try to come off of, I think. It's either the second or the first because of your reaction to it. It's definitely
one of the hardest, but it's also one of the easiest accessibility wise.
You have the most like options, but it's medically like it hurts a lot compared to like other drugs. If you try to cold turkey them, it sucks and you go through withdrawal, but typically you can fight your way through it over a short period of time. But alcohol withdrawal like destroys you, and it.
I mean, they all suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want any of them. I live my life.
I've seen people go through like multiple different kinds, and they all. Yeah.
I certainly don't envy. I don't certainly envy any version of withdrawal. But I just remember. No. I remember reading about that back in the day of just like because even then it's like there's certain medicines that you can and can't give, and all sorts of conflictions, and you don't know the status of their body. I mean, years and years of drinking, what's their liver status? Your liver status affects other medicines that you can be given because it has effects on your liver, and it's just like, it creates so much, like, you have to be super, super dedicated and super, super careful to coming back from alcohol addiction like that.
Go. Fire rescue, did you call for difficulty urinating? Yeah, but not so much difficulty as it is burning. Okay,
so what, like
burning could mean a number
UTI?
of things.
Yeah, UTI, could be STD. I mean, depending on if this guy is a college student, it could be like STD. It could be anybody STD, unprotected sex. Always wear condom, PSA. It's like that's just the safe thing to do. There's a lot of STDs that can cause burning. Most are treatable to some degree. Like, the ambulance is probably just going to take you to the hospital. They'll do a urine test. If they can't get urine, they'll put a catheter in, which, boy, does that suck. Because this guy, I'm assuming he's a man, and it hurts. And then they'll run a test and see if he has a bacterial infection or anything like that. It's pretty standard.
No, like a lot of burning and some blood.
Okay,
too.
blood's not
like
good.
a lot of blood.
Whoop.
I mean, not a ton of blood, but enough to make me think that what I did with one of these straws was not a good
idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I retract previous statement.
He fucked up.
He did what's called sounding. And I hate that I have to talk about this, but it's a thing that guys will do.
I hate that you know that it's called that.
It's a real thing. It's like I don't know if in this context he was doing it in a sexual way, but it's a sexual thing where you put increasingly larger rods or objects in your urethra. It's not medically advisable. It almost always goes bad. There's a million ways you can hurt yourself.
Why would you even?
And I mean, I don't know if it could be it was doing it and that caused damage, and then he ignored it because he was embarrassed, and it got worse. It could also be that because he had so much pain and damage that he was having trouble peeing. Maybe he thought he had a kidney stone stuck, so he tried to fix it himself. Benefit of the doubt.
And made it worse
because he used a stick, which I'm willing to bet he didn't sterilize, and is not exactly smooth or medical grade. So you're hoping you don't have splinters in there now.
Oh my god. No, that was definitely, I think that was a metal rod.
Yeah. If it was a metal rod, that's just that. It's probably sounding, and that's just, I try not to shame. Don't do that. There's a million better ways to get your rocks off as a man than to shove metal or non-metal objects up your urethra. Don't do it. Just don't do
anything in your urethra.
Yeah. I mean, just don't. I mean, I don't have
like,
any medical anecdote I could give you to talk you out of it other than common sense.
That a catheter is made of, like,
rubber.
I don't know the exact, like, yeah, I don't know the exact, like, whatever it is, but it's like a flexible, like it's like soft to an extent. Like, yes, it's uncomfortable because it's, so it's still something going in your urethra, but it's not going to cause damage going in and out.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part of the catheter is that obviously there's the balloon at the front. So yeah, it hurts, and if you're
but the balloon is not inflated until it's in your bladder, and it's just to hold the catheter in.
Yeah.
You don't feel that unless you rip it out, and at that it's on you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, other thing that you don't want to see, someone who forgot to deflate the balloon trying to pull out a catheter because they pull because it doesn't come out. Like, why is it coming out? It's stuck, and instead of checking, they just yank, or worse if it's someone who's like mentally impaired. And they're like, "What's this tube doing in me?" And they try to pull it out. That's bad. That you want to talk about blood in the urine? That's blood in the urine.
Oh god.
Yep.
Oh, it's metallic.
Is that thing still? You know what? Never mind. We're gonna let the hospital figure that one out.
I wouldn't even ask any more questions.
Somebody called for trouble breathing. Hi. Are you able to just
check him out really
fast and make sure he's okay?
I hope not.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Coughing. I mean,
what exactly
he got something in his throat?
Yeah, sure. Just all of a sudden said his head was hurting and he couldn't breathe. Oh yeah, just out of nowhere.
Okay, headache, trouble breathing. I mean, I've never heard of a headache that was so bad it caused trouble breathing, but if you hit your head, I could see it giving you respiratory distress. If you hit it really hard, like if he fell.
Drugs?
Could be. He's coughing like crazy. I mean, they got something covering their face. What's all over their face? Wait.
Wait, go back.
Yeah.
Who has something on their face?
The guy, look, he's covered in, like, orange. And it's all over his shirt.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, my God. You know what this is? And I'm going to show my age, because I'm older than you. It's fucking cinnamon. They're doing the fucking cinnamon challenge.
The damn cinnamon? You think this is for the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah, 'cause remember, I mean, this guy doesn't necessarily say that all of these calls are recent, right? He's been a medic for a decade or more. He probably took us back when cinnamon challenge was popular in the early 2010s, and like everyone in their YouTube whatever was doing cinnamon challenge and ice bucket challenge, all those challenges. I guarantee you, these idiots took, like, instead of like a tablespoon of cinnamon, they probably used like a soup spoon, thinking it was just like the spoon they had in their fucking drawer, and then he probably breathed in when he put it in his mouth. And he inhaled a fuck ton of cinnamon, which is not good for your whole thing. And it probably burns like fire, and he's trying to cough it out. And he probably is coughing so bad he's not breathing, he's getting dizzy. And the dizziness caused the headache. Because he's a moron.
By the way, real quick, I love that you had to preface that you're older than me, and that's why you knew what the fucking cinnamon challenge is. Like, I didn't consider doing that myself when I was seeing everybody. I know what the cinnamon challenge is. You're not that much older than me.
Yeah, but you were young and impressionable when the cinnamon challenge was a thing. I was a jaded old man.
I'm convinced you've been a jaded old man for most of your life.
I've been a jaded old man since I was 8.
Literally, that's what I expected you to say.
I was doing taxes at 5. Like, the youthful brilliance in my eyes faded long ago. But I want to see these kids squirm. These would have to be kids, and I want to see them squirm out of it.
All of a sudden, said his head was hurting and he couldn't breathe. Oh yeah, just out of nowhere. Yeah, it was just out of nowhere. Sir, can you do me a favor and turn around for a second, please?
Yep, it's all over his face too.
Any chance you guys were doing the cinnamon challenge? And
I had friends when I was in high school at the time.
Smash their head on the countertop.
Yep. Child flashback. I had friends in high school. Who tried it, and several times they didn't understand what like a teaspoon was, and they would just use a soup spoon, and they would panic when they couldn't do it, and they would freak out, and they would either blow it out and fail, or they would try to like breathe in to buy more time. And every time they breathed in, they had a coughing fit, and that cinnamon stains everything. But wow, dude, I just had that just flashed me back.
I'm so glad I never
years.
actually attempted that.
Dude, I'm so glad I watched other people fail at it, because that's probably what stopped me.
Yeah,
I was never a challenge kid, like ice bucket, ice cube, and salt, like ice cream licking, like all these stupid TikTok challenges, and the challenges back then.
I did the ice bucket challenge, but that's because it was for
for good cause. But even then, it's just like
yeah.
I never did any of the social media challenges. I just watched other people do them, and I was like, or remember when the crate challenge was a thing, where you had like a bunch of milk crates, you had to try to climb up them.
Oh my god, I don't know why people did that.
And you would fall 12 feet on your head. Like, these aren't even challenges. This is just suicide with creative steps. And it's just literally, like, but yeah, these kids learned a valuable lesson today.
Maybe. Yeah, that definitely looks like a maybe.
Yeah. Hey guys, what do you need help with?
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Hey.
What, a bowl run through the China shop?
We got everything calmed down.
Okay. Just curious though, what was the not so calm part that led to the violent feng shui furniture rearrangement? My sugar dropped and I might have gotten a little rowdy.
Rowdy? I understand Rowdy. That entire apartment is trashed. So he must have been rowdy for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely seen people with low sugar get irritable.
Like irritable?
I've seen them get visibly upset. I don't think I've ever seen low sugar like
Hulk somebody out?
I was gonna say low sugar and somehow without all the sugar they muster the energy to recreate a 1980s rock band scene in a hotel room where they're throwing furniture and smashing shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess theoretically it could happen. We've just never seen it. But that is crazy. I wouldn't want to be dealing with that alone. I mean, this looks like he's the only paramedic in the room, so he probably had to deal with him alone. But that's unfortunate. I hope that guy is a little better about his well, I hope the paramedic is okay, and I hope that guy is better about monitoring his sugar in the future, because clearly he gets a little irate when it drops.
A little irate, I think, would be an understatement. But yeah,
rowdy might be a little bit of an understatement. But we managed to get his sugar up, so he seems like he's pretty good to go now.
You know what they need? They need cake icing. A couple of tubes of cake icing.
Hey, where's my TV?
Uh-oh.
You might not want me to answer that question.
Jesus.
You might throw another TV out the window.
Yeah, that is... Well, insurance is going to hate that claim. I don't even think you could go to insurance.
Yeah.
Hey, someone who definitely wasn't me threw a TV out of my window onto my car. My TV out of my window onto my car. Is that covered under my policy?
No? Why not?
Can I get the gecko on the phone? I think the gecko said it was part of my policy. Maybe you go to your medical insurance, right? You're like, well, it's because my sugar dropped. So is it a medical claim? Is my TV in my car a medical claim?
At that point, what would probably end up happening
They'd
is
laugh
he
at you
would
over
need...
the phone. That's what they would do.
Yeah, probably. But insurance would need some form of proof that you had a medical episode that caused you to do something like that. And then maybe, if you're lucky,
and that's if you don't live in America, because in America, that medical insurance company is gonna look at that claim, roll it up, and light their cigar with it. They fuck you, absolutely not. I've seen them deny claims from cancer patients who are like, "Can I get a second round of chemo?" And they're like, "Do you really need a second round of chemo?" And it's like, I don't know. Do you want to go to heaven? Like, what kind of fucking stupid, evil question is that?
No, I've seen like uncontrolled diabetics who's like A1Cs, I don't know exactly what A1C stands for, but like a normal number should be like 6 or something like that, and like and anything above like I think it's like a 7 or an 8 makes you a diabetic.
Yeah, I want to say 7 or 8.
I've seen people with A1Cs of 14. Like crazy fucking A1C numbers get denied insulin by insurance.
Yeah, and it's just sad what it is. And I don't think I don't even think A1C. What is it? I think A1C is just the name of the test, right? Doesn't it? What does it measure? What is
basically
it? It's hemoglobin something.
It's your blood sugar.
Glycerated hemoglobin. I had to check it, but yeah, I don't think.
So
like
that's
what it
basically in your A1C. I don't know exactly what each of the numbers mean, but it's like it's basically what it does is it takes like the average of what your blood sugars have been for like the last 3 months.
Yeah.
And if your blood sugars have been good, then your A1C number will be low. If your blood sugars have been unbelievably off the charts crazy, then your A1C is going to be really high.
Yeah. I've seen it's very disappointing, some of the stuff you see with insurance. I mean, and it's definitely a political issue in the country at this point. I mean, that CEO got shot like a couple months ago. That was pretty big. People were talking about that. Some people felt bad, some people really didn't. I can understand both sides. I've definitely met people. Yeah. And it's sad, especially for me at the nursing home. I've met people who are like at the end of their rope, and it's like, hey, I can't live alone. I have all these medical problems. I'm fighting every week for them to continue covering my medicines, and now insurance wants to say I can't even live they won't even cover this facility anymore. But it's like I don't have a house to go home to or family, so they're basically just saying I need to live on the street because they say I don't need a convalescent home and any of the services that they provide, even though I get them every week and I need them to live because they just don't want to pay. Because nursing homes are very expensive, for anyone who doesn't know. But you're talking hundreds of dollars a day, and that's if you don't get physical therapy, medicines, depending on the meal plans, accommodations, kind of room, short-term, long-term, insurance, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad, and it's like, and you see them like I said, I've seen cancer patients who are like, oh, it's that time of the month again where I have to call and I have to scream at an insurance representative and get them to continue paying for my pain meds so that the cancer that's killing me doesn't hurt as much. And then the insurance companies will be like, but do you really need them though? Like, is it helping you? And it's like, oh, is the Vicodin that makes it so that the pain doesn't keep me bedbound helping me? Yeah, it's helping me. And it's just like, you feel so bad for them because you can't get involved, right? I can't. as an insurance person, or I'm not an insurance person, I can't call up so-and-so's insurance and go, hey, I work at the nursing home they're at so-and-so station in so-and-so state. Can let me repeat all their medical information to you and let me tell you how to run your business. Like, you can't do that. Even the doctors can't do that. The doctors just sign papers saying that you need a thing and here's the prescription. And then for some reason, insurance companies get to say, no, you don't really need it. Even though if I didn't need it, why would the doctor give it to me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
what I said before with like the A1C of 14 might have been a bit of an exaggeration, but that's besides.
Still, I mean,
I just wanted to say that was an exaggeration, but like I still have seen like people like fighting with insurance companies to get life-saving like diabetic medications.
Yeah. Hey, unfortunately that's the world we live in, but at the very least we can reminisce, share our stories, give it whatever advice we can to whoever wants to watch, and maybe
PSAs.
Yeah, PSAs, right? And just hope it's like, listen, what was it? Last time it was don't shove things up your butt, and I stand by that. This time we might have done a 180 degree, and now if you're a guy, don't shove things up your urethra. That's like a side one.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please don't do that.
But also definitely, yeah, it's just like this had a little bit more variety. I would definitely say, especially like with that domestic we saw, if you need help, ask for help. Don't think you're tougher than everyone else and that you can just put up with it or that you should have to. 911, police, fire rescue, paramedics, you pay taxes for those services. Use them. Call them if you need them. Don't feel embarrassed for that.
Most of them are trained to help you. Like, they have the resources to help you, but you have to ask for help.
Yeah, they don't know you need help.
They are not allowed to force you into help.
Yeah, definitely. And whether it's something silly, it's, it might not be as silly as you think. Like the two guys with the cinnamon. I mean, yeah, was it goofy? Nobody got hurt. It could have been an issue. I mean, if they had aspirated too much and they were choking and it obstructed the airway, like there's a lot of ways it could have went bad. So it's good that they called. Definitely, like the guy with the machete in his head. Don't.
Very serious.
Very serious. Don't do that. Don't drive away with a machete in your head. Just
if your friends, if your
precious.
friend is that injured and and they are that injured, please make them go to the hospital. Please do not let them continue to beat that.
Yeah. No one here will say, at least us two, no one will ever think of less of you for asking for help. I mean, like I've said before, I've spent almost 8 years working at a nursing home. I've worked most positions shy of, nurse and doctor, but it's just like, I've seen a lot. You've seen a lot. I have a very wide, very shallow knowledge. You're a nurse. You have a very deep knowledge. None of us, even in the medical field, if you come in, we have counselors and stuff. You can talk to the counselor. They're not allowed to talk to anyone else about what you tell them. If you want to tell them that your spouse is hurting you, or that you don't feel, or that you feel suicidal, or that you're not sure about what you're going to do next, like there are services in place for that kind of stuff. And I would say just utilize them. Definitely utilize them if you need them. Even if you think you don't need them, it doesn't hurt to just talk to somebody, Especially in this day and age, it can be really hard to do stuff in life just to get, sometimes it can feel like it's too much just to get out of bed. But there's always someone waiting for you somewhere.
Most of these places have ways for you to ask for help that don't include doing so in front of the person that is causing you harm.
Yeah.
Yes, discreetly.
Yeah. And we will both definitely stand by that. And so, until next time, thank you all very much.
Thank you.